guys, so I'm doing a video for tomorrow, but I've just discovered everyone in my family, turn that off for a second, everyone in my family has an opinion on how I should do the videos, and I've got my brother to do the intro the way that he thinks that it should be done and the way he likes it, so say something.
Imaginary pixies.
Okay, so he thinks that it's kind of like we're talking like a woodland pixie theme. So anyway, okay. So today we are continuing the discussion on the interference and kind of iridescent colours and some different ways that we can practice those, and some different sort of ways to begin to sort of understand them and see if you even like them, and some sort of exercises to learn about them. Okay, so you can see that I have just swatched some colours along the paper here, so I was planning to do a few more, and kind of one of the videos that I watched, and I'll try and find it and link it below, a few years ago, it might have been by Jane Blundell, was about the interference colours, and she sort of just did some colours across like that, and then did some other like a check pattern with the iridescent or interference, and just kind of laid them on top of each other to see how they would work on a variety of colours. So I was planning on just doing that kind of an easy just stripes one way and then stripes overlaid the other way to kind of show the difference there, but instead I am just kind of I couldn't resist, so I'm just kind of gonna do some diagonal lines here and then create some little patterns to just have a play as well and see how the different colours work over the top of each other. So if you want to learn a little bit more about the difference between interference and iridescent colours, you can check out the previous video, and we go into a lot more depth there. So for these videos, I kind of had a few different things in mind that I wanted to show, and one was just the different types of iridescent colors and how to use them, and then the other thing, I guess, like this, is just practicing different little strokes with your paintbrush, practicing different little patterns. You could make this like a whole art page, like an art journaling page. So I'm just sitting here watching some deer out the window while I'm doing the voiceover. So the other thing I wanted to let you know is I have 2 videos left, I think, that were pre-recorded, maybe 3. So I had hoped to be set up at this point and have the ability to start recording again. So it's all a little bit tricky at the minute. I am just kind of, like you could see there in the swatching video, that I'm just kind of doing it on the kitchen bench at the minute. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. So I'm thinking I had some more videos planned. I know that you guys really wanted some new printable outlines that you can sketch and paint, and so I am working on those, but they're not finished yet. And I am thinking that instead I'm just going to probably next week do some pencil sketching for the different pencils that I have, and because that has been requested quite a lot as well. So yeah, we will keep working through the sketchbook, and we're going to jump back into that in a minute here. So this is just a little scrap piece of paper from the sketchbook I got with the Amalfi cotton paper. And then we will keep working through the sketchbook series, and then I'm hoping that once that's done, I'll have like a new series with the printables, and we will go through and create some paintings together. I've also been looking, so you can see here's the sketchbook that we're working through. So there's been a whole bunch of videos about this. So, but with the printables, there's going to be I've been looking up photos that we can use to create some really pretty paintings that aren't too difficult, and they should come out really beautifully. So I am, working on a whole series about those as well. So those are just some of the things that are coming up, but you can see here, so we're back in this sketchbook. I think this is probably the 6th video or something like that we've done in this sketchbook. So I have flipped to the back because we are just working on like a little idea. So I've mentioned this before, but I like to flip back and forth in a new sketchbook. So at the back I do swatches and things that I just want to work on that I'm not really sure about, and then when I'm trying to do something a little bit better, I switch to the front and try a little bit harder, and so that as you sort of flip through the first few pages of the sketchbook, there's a lot of inspiration there. So as you can see, I am starting to create these stripes in different widths. So basically I inspired sort of by the video that I had seen, and they don't do a checkered pattern, but it's basically stripes one way and then stripes the other way. And I think that's a great way to try out your different interference or iridescent colors. So you can just do like your palette going one way of regular colors and then the other colors striped down. Anyway, I will try and link that video, but what I decided to do here was just a checkered pattern. So I wanted to use, this is Holbein Lilac, and then I wanted to use, this is Lunar Violet, I think it's Lunar Violet, and let's see, is it? Okay, so this is actually Daniel Smith Sugarlight, and I know that a few of you have commented about the whole thing with that, so I'll probably talk about that in another video, I'm not sure, but so we have Daniel Smith Sugarlight there, and then the Daniel Smith French Ochre, and basically, and then now I've got the Schminke Kaput Mortem, or Mortrum, so now I am going over some, like I'm overlapping some of the stripes, but this way I am just doing stripes that are not iridescent or interference. Okay, so there is a little bit of sparkle in the Sugarlight, but this is mainly just solid colors here, and then we will also put some across them now to start creating a checkered pattern. So I'm not sure how the French ochre went here. I picked it to kind of give it a vintage feel and sort of that coffee stained look, like an old piece of cloth. But I think I probably would have preferred to go with like the Jean Brillant No. 2 or Chinabresse, something a bit more peach, have a bit more peach in it. Anyway, so let's see. I have now done some stripes the other way, and now I'm starting to layer the iridescent colors over the top. So this is the Rose Gold by Paint and Paper Studio, which is just a gorgeous color. So I know these videos have been a little bit scatterbrained lately, but life has really hit hard this year, and the good thing about the videos is that you guys get to see the silver linings. So I really like that about the videos, and I like to preserve that. And But yeah, what I'm saying is the voiceovers and things like that may not be as sort of thorough or detailed. So if you have any questions or if there's a problem with the voiceovers, you can just let me know. But I am trying to keep videos coming, as best I can. So like we talked about in the last video, the interference colours and iridescent colours really shine when they are on top of other colours, so either darker colours and also when the light hits them from a particular angle. So what we've done here is I have layered a base layer and then I've created this subtle sort of shimmering threads throughout, as if they were like shimmery threads in a fabric. And yeah, so just to kind of try out different colour schemes, this is a really good way. Like you could either do pinks and blues or peaches and lilacs, or some different colours, raspberries and oranges. So what I decided when we finished the plaid, I was just going to kind of leave it there as a quick video, and then I really wanted to do something with it. I thought it was a nice background to kind of add on to. So, and you could just leave it there as well and just try out different colours and have like a nice check pattern page. But I thought once I'd finished it, I thought maybe it would be good as like a picnic blanket, or and so I was thinking about, doing some little plates and food, and that's something that we still, I think, are going to do a whole month on somewhere in the year, is just, china, tableware, cutlery, and sort of create a whole, we might even do a whole sketchbook series on it, or I'm not sure yet, but that is something that is coming up. I know a few of you have asked about that as well. So but what I just decided to do here was an interior, so to kind of leave the background there and create as if that was like the sample fabric, and then create some furniture and furnishings that may have, like an interior designer would have like a mood board or sample fabrics, and then they were created into these pieces. So I don't have a lot about how I created that in this video, but I do have a little settee in my Etsy shop that you can copy, and I do have a couple of other videos. There's a pink one you'll see on the thumbnail, and there's also a green one. So I do have a couple of other videos about how to paint one of these and draw one. So I didn't really go into that in detail in this, but you can see again I was painting the base layer and then layering on top some iridescence. And then I just got my, we'll go back to the gold nib pen, but I sort of just created some chairs with the gold nib pen on top of the plaid. And then here I decided to continue the theme, and I created some little chandelier wall sconces. So again, we go into more detail with these. I think it was one of the first ones in the first week of the Advent calendar, and we created a chandelier wall sconce, which was a bit more detailed than these. This is just really quick and something simple to kind of showcase in this little interior that we're creating. Okay, so you can see that I have done the wall sconces there, and I just used the shimmer colours by themselves there. I didn't put any underlayers in or mix anything in with them, but you could actually mix some sort of shadow colours in, or paint that around. I think what we did last time was do that, but I was just quite happy with the way it is there. And again, like we talked about in the last video, we talked about in the last video, you know, the sort of magic of seeing that unexpectedly when the light hits it. So I just left it like that, and I really enjoyed creating, so you can see there, and I used a few pencils here as well.
Hugging all the way,
I've got my sister here. She's actually just peeking over.
It's really beautiful, very magical.
Tell them what you just came over to check.
Well, I was seeing what you were talking about with the light magic, and you've never shown me any light magic before.
So,
Keeping it for yourself. I have things to do.
anyway. Oh dear. So,
Love you all.
basically, let's see. Yeah, I used a little bit of pencil over the top as well. So those are some of my favourite colours. And I really love how the landscape, the little landscape in the frame turned out as well. So that's something that we might do a whole nother little tutorial on. It is one of my favourite parts of the page, actually, how this turned out. This is really nothing too hard, but I just really enjoy, you know, how it turned out anyway. So that's just one, you know, other example of how you can use the iridescence and interferences in paintings. And again, you can go back and watch the other video, and also the butterfly one that we just painted. I think I use some interference on the butterfly wings as well for like the really fine details. So I think that's about it for this video. I will show you some clips of another page that I did that's kind of cameo inspired. And again, it was just like this, another page of just playing with colours, playing with the interference colours and trying out different colour combinations. And that is probably all for this week, guys. I think next week I'll be back with some pencil swatching videos, and we'll go through kind of the different ones that I've collected and the different ones that I like. And yeah, until then, have a really lovely weekend, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.